How do you make an edgy character even more edgy? Simple. You give him guns, you make him swear all the time, and you give him an unnecessary, aggressive behavior and personality. This is Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's talk about it.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Hello guys, welcome to a new gaming related video for the channel. This is gonna be an opinion type of video. I will be talking about a very infamous game in the Sonic world, which is Shadow the Hedgehog. This game released back in 25, so it's quite old now, and it's really infamous because most of the reviews and people online like to hate on it because of some of the things they added to this game and changes and stuff like that. But I don't think it really deserves as much hate, at least as I think as it is given credit for. I think it's not really that bad of a game actually. Is it amazing? Is it on the level of Sonic Adventure 2? No, it is not. But is it really that bad and horrible that some people actually say that you should never play this game? I don't think so. So this game released back in 25, like I said. It released for the Xbox, the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. Now the PlayStation 2 is the worst port. I only had the PlayStation 2 version because obviously I had a PlayStation 2. I played this game till the finish. I played it a lot of times actually. It's really got a lot of replay value actually. So if you like a lot of replay, if you like games which have a lot of replay value, this is a really nice game for that. It's got a lot of replay value, so there's that. But now I'm gonna go in depth with this game a little bit. I don't want to make the video too long, but I'm gonna share with you my thoughts on it and what I think about it, some positives and negatives. So like I was saying, this game is pretty infamous for in numerous reasons. First of all, the developers of this game decided to make Shadow too edgy. And I kind of agree with this. I kind of agree with people's opinions and some reviews online. They made Shadow too edgy. He swears all the time. He likes to say a lot of like damn, for example. And they even did some meme about that because during the game he says, "Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?" And that became a meme. So yeah, they made Shadow too edgy and unnecessarily aggressive. I mean, it's not really that. I don't really mind that much. But then again, it's really forced, and you can really tell that it's forced. Shadow does not really care for anyone in this game besides Maria for obvious reasons, and he really just swears all the time, and he's really just in there more for himself pretty much. So yeah, I guess that's a negative for the game, is the unnecessary edginess of the main character Shadow. Then they also decided to add guns to this game. I believe this is still the only game, I believe, in which you can use guns in the Sonic games franchise. I believe this is still the only game where you can use guns. So they decided to add some guns to this game. In this game, Shadow can use fire guns and stuff like that, and also some swords and stuff, some melee weapons as well. Now, I found the gameplay for the guns to be not that bad actually. Like some people really hated this type of gameplay, but I really found the gameplay to not be that bad. And then again, nobody's forcing you to use the guns. You can play the game without any guns whatsoever, but the guns really do add to the gameplay. And you also have some levels where you need to use some specific guns as well. So yeah, but overall I found the guns to be enjoyable, I guess. Not amazing, but then again, it's not really as bad as some people make it out to be. There's also some pretty nice guns actually in the game. So yeah, there's that. Now the controls were kind of not really that well received, and I can see why. The controls and Shadow himself, like the dash attack, for example, can lead to some deaths here and there. So the controls are not really as fluid as they could be. But yeah, there's that. Unfortunately, the controls are not really up to par with some other games. Now, for the soundtrack itself, I really think the soundtrack in this game is kind of underrated. I actually found the soundtrack to be really nice. I think they used some remixes from Sonic Adventure 2 as well. But overall, I think the soundtrack is really nice, and I think you guys should check it out. I think you guys should check out the soundtrack for this game, which, like I said, I think is really underrated. It's really nice soundtrack. There's a lot of good songs in there, and I really enjoyed it. And I like to hear it time to time on my phone, for example. The soundtrack is really nice. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the soundtrack, at least you could say that's really one of the biggest positive points of this game, I guess, that some people agree with, is the soundtrack is nice. But then again, I think it's kind of underrated. I never see many people talking about the soundtrack in this game. But yeah, the soundtrack is really nice. Now, for the levels themselves and the design and stuff, I think the levels are overall pretty enjoyable. Now, you have some pretty bad levels in there, mostly the arc levels. Some of the arc levels from the last sections are kind of bad. They're really not that great in terms of design. But overall, I found the levels to not be that bad, actually. In this game, you can also do some side quests as well, because in this game you can play as a hero, a villain, or you can go the neutral path. And depending on your decisions, you have specific tasks that you need to do, and some side quests, like for example, reaching the end goal, defeating a certain number of enemies, collecting a certain number of stuff. But yeah, overall, I think some side quests are really tedious, especially the ones which require you to destroy a certain number of things. Like in Digital Circuit, for example, you have to destroy a certain number of bombs. That one is really tedious. But then again, for the most part, most of the side quests can either be skipped depending on how you progress in the game, depending on how you choose your path. And others are not really that tedious. It's just some of them that are tedious, but yeah. Then also, speaking of the paths, still, in this game you have a ton of endings as well. And I found that to be really awkward, because to get the true ending of this game, you have to beat the game like 8 times, I believe. You have to unlock all the final levels and beat the final boss for each one, and then you will unlock the true final story. Or in this case, as they name it in the game, the last story, where you can play as Super Shadow as well. Shadow gets into his Super Shadow form with the Chaos Emeralds, and you face the final boss, which is Final Doom as well, Black Doom, and then you get the true ending. But to get that ending, you have to beat the game a ton of times, which is why I emphasize the replay value in this game. So if you have to play the game a lot of times. Now you could probably think that this is serious, but then again, it's really not, because all of the levels leading to the final story have specific tasks that you need to do, and they're very varied as well in terms of design and stuff. So it's not really as tedious as you might think. So there's that. Now, the bosses in this game are not really that great, and most of them are really just repeats. You face a lot of repeats. Like Eggman, for example, you face Eggman a lot of times in the same robots and stuff as well. And they are Eggman specifically Eggman tends to repeat himself a lot of times, so that can be really tedious and annoying. But then again, overall, I found the levels designs and stuff to be really not that bad. So yeah, what else can I say about this game? You also have some battle as well. You can do some battles PvP as well, which is really nice. Against another person, you can do that as well. But overall, I found this game to be really decent and not really that bad. Definitely not on the level of horribleness as like Sonic 06, for example, which released 1 year later. Now that game really deserves to be hated, because that game is really horrible. It's got a ton of glitches and bugs, game-breaking bugs and stuff. But this game, Shadow the Hedgehog, is not really that bad in my opinion, and I think you guys should really check it out. If you never played Shadow the Hedgehog, I recommend you to at least give it a look, or at least listen to the soundtrack, because like I said, the soundtrack is really nice. Now this game also has some vehicles as well that you can ride. Shadow can ride some vehicles as well, You can ride bikes, some jeeps as well. And you can also ride on top of some enemies as well. Those sections are not really that amazing, but they're not really that bad as well. Namely, especially the ones where you ride on top of enemies. The graphics are not that amazing, but then again, a game is not defined by the graphics; it's mostly defined by the gameplay and the story. So there's that. But yeah, guys, overall, I think this game is not really that bad. It definitely does not deserve as much negative as people give it. It's definitely not on the level of Sonic 06, like I said. It's not on the level of some of the better Sonic games like Sonic Generation, Sonic Adventure 2 and 1. It's not on that level, but then again, this is a Shadow game. It's really not trying to be on that sort of level. This is a game mostly about Shadow and telling you more about his story and stuff. The story itself could be a little bit better. You have a lot of unnecessary stuff in there, and especially the different ending stories. You have a ton of endings where Shadow, like for example, sees himself as an android and stuff like that, or you can get him to be like a hero with Sonic and stuff like that. But you're gonna see the true ending when you unlock it. That's the true ending of the game. When, like I said, when you get the last story, that's the true ending. So it makes the other endings really unnecessary. But then again, it's mostly there for the replay value, I guess, to make you replay the game. But yeah, that's it, guys. That was just my quick thoughts on this game, Shadow the Hedgehog. I think it's not really that bad of a game. And people just assume that it's bad because they see a lot of reviews online and people bashing the game, and they automatically think it's a bad game without ever actually playing it. And this is something that unfortunately society really doesn't get. They see a lot of reviews online and they automatically think that something is bad without even getting to know about it or playing it in this case, because it's a game. So yeah, if you guys never played Shadow the Hedgehog, I recommend you to do so. I had a lot of fun back in the day playing this game. Is it perfect? No. But then again, no game is perfect. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my opinions on this game. If you like to see more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and visit the channel. I have done more gaming videos as well in the channel. Leave a like or comment what you think about this game. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe out there and keep on gaming. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Used to be some things turning me upside down. You made